Hello and welcome to Silverstone for the opening round of the highly anticipated South African Sim Single-Seater 1 Series. As SimRace South Africa has taken the step towards a Formula 1 type based championship and has been able to secure 8 drivers for round 1. GHOSTWORK has secured pole position. He lines up alongside Jason Absmeyer for Trigon Rev Limit Racing. Row 2 is a teammate carbon copy of row 1 with GHOSTWORK's teammate Jonathan Bence in 3rd and Absmeyer's teammate Peter van Buren in 4th. The Shadow GHOSTWORX teammates of Chris Brown and Marcus Stan share row 3. Jason Holden-Jones for HJ Motorsport starts in 7th position and Johannes Kutsia rounds up the field for Rebel GHOSTWORX. But the lights have come on and we are racing at Silverstone. Good start by GHOSTWORK. Heading towards Abbey. Jonathan Bence challenging Absmeyer for that 2nd position. Slight lock up for GHOSTWORK. But he hangs on to it, maintains his lead around the loop. Oh, and GHOSTWORK has lost it. Through goes Jonathan Bence, but he too loses it. Not a great start by the 2 SQUADRO GHOSTWORX teammates. It is Chris Brown who has gone to the front with Johannes Kutsia in 2nd position. We ride on board with Marcus Stan. Chris Brown will be loving this. Marcus Stan has again fallen back. Jason Holden-Jones has moved into 3rd position behind this man Johannes Kutsia. GHOSTWORK again with another spin, struggling in these opening stages. Peter van Buren currently in 4th position. Stan looking for the grip. And Mr. Van Buren gets it all wrong. And through goes Stan into 4th position. Kutsia has fallen back to 3rd. That has released Jones into 2nd position. Chris Brown looking good during this opening stage. Lap 3 done of 30. The The rule of this championship is that each driver must make one mandatory pit stop per round. Johannes looking to come back at Jones. Drivers using extremely different blinds, especially through left field. Coetzee does well not to make contact. Oh, but he does not, so then, and off they go, both of them into the wall. Cars don't look to be too badly damaged, but they're badly out of position. Two men, Steyn and Absmeyer, move up into second and third position respectively. With a little lift through Abbey. Drivers try and take the corner absolutely flat out. Of course there is a risk involved. Shadow GHOSTWORX enjoying a 1-2 position at the moment. This man Jason Absmeyer is looking to split them. Peter van Buren holding off Jonathan Bence. This is the battle for 4th position. Absmeyer's got a run on Steyn, and he makes it stick. Good move there. Great driving. Jadwat now in 8th position, really struggling with his car. We can expect pit stops to start happening halfway through the race. So lap 14, 15, 16 is when we should see the guys coming in. Absma looking extremely composed through the Maggots-Beckett's combination, opening up the gap back to Marcus Stone as he goes after race leader Chris Brown. Jones has a big moment out of Stowe, hangs on to it and keeps it pointing in the right direction. He is currently in 6th position ahead of this man Bashir Jadwat, who has passed Kutsia for 7th. But Bashir Jadwat struggling for some reason, very unlike him. Big twitch for Brown into Beckett's. That has forced him off the road to do some farming. Absma not close enough to take advantage from that error by Brown, but he will be a lot closer. See in the background that Van Vuuren and Bents are closing towards Absma and Stone. Right on board with Bents through Abbey, Farmer's Curve, and then into Village Corner, clips the apex beautifully. We head towards the loop, but Bents gets it wrong with a bit of oversteer. A half spin from Bents sees Van Vuuren scamper away. Interesting feature about these cars is that they do have DRS, the drag reduction system, as you see in Formula 1. The system is not limited to sections around the track as you see in Formula 1. They are limited to when you feel you can use them. Drivers will use them down the long straights of Silverstone. When they brake for the next corner, the system is then deactivated to allow for stable braking and corner entry. When you do activate the DRS system, you do have to have your wits about you, because any slight change in direction can see you into a high-speed spin. Suddenly Absma is right on the back of race leader Chris Brown. Absma is so confident through Copse Corner. Same for Maggots and Beckett's. The car hooking up beautifully. Look how he closes towards Brown. That was my 9, a position to challenge Brown for the race lead. Great exit from club for Absmeyer. Absmeyer locks up, runs wide into village. Hasn't lost too much time, as we can see here. Brown struggling during the stage, maybe suffering from tyre wear, but Absmeyer clearly with the advantage. Oh, they make contact. Around goes Brown, and Marcus Stan inherits the lead. Reshuffling the order, Marcus Stain now leads this race from Peter van Vieren in 2nd position. Absmeyer has rejoined in 3rd position. Chris Brown is now in 4th after leading the first 9 laps of this race. I do apologize. Jason Osmeyer is in 2nd position, but he dives into the pits, deciding to self-penalize himself for that incident with Brown. Absmeyer with great awareness about the championship rules, and that if you feel you've caused an incident, you may self-penalize yourself during the next 3 laps after the incident, and this will thereby erase any further penalties during the following rounds of the championship. Brown has conducted his pit stop and has fallen back to 6th position. I think it's just as I suspected, his tyres went off and decided to quit a bit earlier. Lap 10. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out once the others have completed their pit stops. Stain goes through to lap Johannes Kutsia. Kutsia doing a good job. Moving out of the way of the race leaders. Absmeyer being the next man looking for a way past. really on it in 4th position. Has dropped down to 5th position after his drive-through penalty. Looking magnificent through Beckett's and Maggots. Great drive onto Hanger Straight. And fast approaching what I call to be the pit stop phase. Of course, we had 1 pit stop from Chris Brown. His pace has been good, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. And we have race leader Marcus Steyn diving into the pits. Jonathan Bence follows him suit. Scotia will come through to unlap himself. He's still in 8th position. Peter van Vuuren has gone to the front in 1st position. So has Jason Osmeyer, who's now in 2nd, but still with a pit stop to do. Jonathan Bence exits the pits in 3rd position. A great pit stop from him. Sees him move up to 3rd from 5th, or 4th should I say. So Marcus Steyn taking too long in the pits. And he has dropped down to 5th position. Jonathan Benz looking very good at this stage, and in fact once Van Vuuren and Abismai complete their pit stops, Jonathan Benz will be leading this race. If I look at the gaps as I see them now, it's a magic pit stop by Jonathan Benz. Should see him lead this race as we see our race leader pitting. Abismai decides to extend his stint. Through goes Benz into second position. It could be that Abismai is trying to extend the gap to Benz before he comes in for his pit stop. Chris Brown currently in fourth position. Jones is coming for his pit stop in sixth position. See Johannes Coetzee recovering from a spin. Abismai dives into the pits. And Jonathan Benz should be easily through into the race lead. Coetzee once again unlaps himself. Jonathan Benz is our new race leader. Executed his strategy perfectly. He was in fifth position before the pit stop started, of course. So far it is working out beautifully for him. The battle for third between Van Vuuren and Steyn. Steyn starting to hassle Van Vieren for that third position. Van Vieren has opened up the gap through Kopp's corner. We are back with second place man Chris Brown, and then the race leader, of course, Jonathan Bentz. He leads lap 19 of 30, looking very comfortable indeed. Can Chris Brown take the fight to him with just 11 laps remaining? Marcus Steyn has moved to third position, so he has passed Van Vieren. Looks to be that Van Vieren has made an error. Marcus Steyn has slipped through, and Abismaier is now much closer as well. Abismaier proving to be the faster of the two Trigon rev limit cars. Will we see a team order come to play to see Abismaier slip past Van Vieren with minimal effort? GHOSTWORX continuing in 7th position. It's been a very difficult race so far. No such problems for this man. Absolutely flying. Executing his pit stop strategy beautifully, and is up the pace for the second stage of the race. You see the two Trigon rev limit cars together, and just as I thought, through goes Abismaier on Van Vieren. Up to 4th goes Abismaier. It's been released by Van Vieren to go after the two Shadow GHOSTWORX cars of Brown and Steyn. Intelligence team strategy there by Trigon Rev Limit Racing. with Brown, who's looking at Van Buren ahead of us with a great drive down Wellington Straight into Brooklyn's We Go, and he puts the move in. Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Chris Brown up into 4th position. Stands still holding 2nd position ahead of Jason Absmeyer. and off goes Abismai into the barriers. Can Chris Brown get past Abismai before he rejoins the circuit? And Abismai has got going again without losing a position, although of course he's fallen back from Stan. Stan will be relieved about that, as Abismai was looking extremely quick during the final stage of this race. Marcus Stan set for a strong second place finish. Up and down race for Chris Brown after leading during the first 10 laps of this race. Unfortunately falling back as the race progressed. Now with Kutsia and number 46 Rebel GHOSTWORX car chasing down Jones, and Bashir Jadwat has also joined the party, so it's hotting up towards the back of the field. The back of the field not normally associated with Bashir Jadwat. He's normally the man to beat during these races. Just 3 laps remaining. It's a matter of Jonathan Bent keeping it on the track to claim the first ever victory of the South African Sim Single-Seater 1 Series. South African Sim racing history being made by Jonathan Bent. Race leader runs wide at Cop's corner. No damage done though. Would have lost a bit of time, but he's got plenty in hand over Marcus Stan. Very easy to have a lapse in concentration driving these cars for so long. Almost 15 minutes we've been going for now. The number 55 SQUADRO versus GHOSTWORX car looking very composed through club corner. For me, I think this car looks the best of them through the Beckett's high-speed combination. Car looking so well hooked up. The other man is driven extremely well. He's Marcus staying in second position. Our race leader Jonathan Bence has started the final lap of the race. Bence struggling with front tire grip at this stage. Tremendous understeer through the loop, which is to be expected on lap 30 or 50. Three corners left for Jonathan Bence. A master drive by him. Other than that half spin at the beginning of the race, it saw him drop down the order, but he's fought his way back with a brilliantly executed strategy. And Jonathan Bence wins the first ever SS1 race. Congratulations to him. Marcus staying with another fine drive. He approaches club corner now for the very last time. Jason Amsmeyer will finish in a strong third position. Chris Brown with a good fourth finish. They will be disappointed after leading the race during the first 10 laps. Peter van Killen brings it home in 5th position. HJ Motorsports, Jason Holden Jones. Looks good to secure 6th position. Should Jadwat finishes a difficult race in 7th, we'll be looking for a strong comeback during round 2 at Imola in 2 weeks' time. Well, that concludes the first ever SS1 race. Congrats to Jonathan Bence for his victory. And from me, Jason Holden Jones, thank you very much for joining me. Remember to visit our website if you want to get involved in the racing. Until then, cheers for now.